Now you might have guessed it, but we're on the countdown for Christmas, and today I'm going to look at an alternative design to the Christmas door wreath. So welcome everybody, it's the lead up to Christmas. Over the next 5 weeks I'm going to talk you through 5 exciting designs that you could use at home or in the church for Christmas. I'm going to start today with an alternative to a Christmas door wreath, and I'm going to create something called a door swag. I'm designing this to hang on your front door, but you could really easily use this hanging either side of the pulpit. You could hang it indoors from a picture hook, or you could even hang it on the corner of the newel post on your staircase. It's a fairly easy one. I'm not anticipating this video to be too long, and before I start, don't forget, hit that notification bell to be told every time I upload a new video. Subscribe to the channel and please like and share to as many people as you can. It's really beneficial for other people to find us if there are lots of comments, lots of likes and shares. Let's get stuck in. In front of me I have a selection of greenery. Now these are Christmas sort of seasonal greens that I can purchase as a florist, but what you're looking to do is to choose some greenery that is evergreen. Ideally go for things like pines. This is blue pine. This one is Cryptomeria, a really lovely fluffy greenery that quite often has this reddy tone to the end. I've got some Pinus strubus, which is this much longer needle pine. And to give me a bit of contrast in the colours and the textures, I'm going for some gilded or some spray painted grevillea. Now this is a commercial product. You'll be able to buy this from a florist shop, and sometimes this is available closer to Christmas from your supermarkets. If you don't have a supplier near you, then you could look at spray painting it. Just purchase some gold or silver spray paint from your local hobby supply store, and you'll be able to change your foliage colour to match whatever colour scheme you want to go for. So obviously I'm going with some gold. You'll notice that right at the very beginning I also showed you some gold bells, and these are going to hang off my design as well. And if I just show you that in the close-up camera, you'll be able to see that I've wired the ribbon so that I have an anchor point. So when I hold it in amongst all my greenery, I've got something to hold on to. To introduce a bit of colour, I've also got some red rose hips, and even though you can incorporate fresh flowers into this design, the idea is that you make it sort of towards the end of November, and then you can hang it on your front door through all of December. And if you want to, closer to Christmas, you could add some flowers in there and they will last because they'll take in moisture from the air. Right, so I'm just going to clear myself a little bit of space. I have forgotten that underneath my bunch is also this greenery here. Now if you're part of my private Facebook group, you will have seen an unboxing of some greenery and some flowers, and this is what I thought was going to be you, but it's a very different shape to what I was anticipating. So I'll do a little bit of research later and confirm exactly what it is, because it's something I've not seen before, and I ordered it as a mixed box of greenery, and this is what arrived. It doesn't have an obvious conifer or pine type smell to it. It's got quite a fresh scent to it, but that's going to be great to help create a lovely shape in my arrangement. And then what you'll see that I'm doing is I'm just making sure that the bottom part of my greenery is all free from debris. It's a little bit like creating a hand tie. You need to make sure that all of the bottom stems are clean and there's no thorns, no pine needles, no little bits of greenery, and then when we start constructing it, we're all ready to go. I'm nicely prepared. I'm just going to move all of my sort of greenery to one side and give me a place to work. I've got some string so that I can tie my design so it doesn't fall apart. Right, so let's just get started. I've prepared all my greenery. You'll see that the base end here is nice and clean, and that's where I'm going to hold the design, and I'm going to create it almost like a flat hand tie. So over the top of my arrangement, I'm going to come from the left, and then everything that comes from my right is going to go underneath, and we end up with a spiraled effect taking place here. Don't worry too much if you can't get that spiraled effect going. It does again take a bit of practice. But what you will end up doing is having a narrower section here where you can tie your ribbon bow and the design looks more effective, and you will end up with a much better shape. So I've made this fairly symmetrical because I have 3 of those longer pieces. Now I'm going to introduce some of the pine, and if you want to make it symmetrical, just add in your material either side of the focal line, but I'm going to make it a bit more loose and a bit more organic. I'm going to add material from the left over the top of my design, and anything from the right is going to go underneath, and then we get that spiraled effect. I can't let go because it will all fall apart, and you get a narrower section that makes this look far more presentable. And then I'm going to sort of put a few more pieces in. So we're going to go underneath, I'm going to come on top, and that bit is possibly too long there. We'll have a look at that more towards the end. I've got a really big piece of the blue pine, so that can sit underneath as well. And I'm aiming for either a sort of triangle effect or more of an oval effect. It really depends a little bit on your greenery choice. This could be holly. You could do it with holly and ivy and make something more traditional. You could add in some decorative branches or some spray painted branches, but you're building up layers to create this lovely design that will hang really successfully on the door. Now I'm going to introduce some of the gold, a little bit on, some on the left and some there on the right. That's definitely too long for that section, so I'm just going to cut that one in this area here, and then I'm going to tuck some more down the back. And to bring some gold through to the top, I'm going to feed this one in so that we have that colour all the way through the arrangement, top, bottom, left and right. Now I haven't yet added in any of my berries, and they've already been pre-cleaned, so there's no leaves, no thorns on the bottom. And I'm going to add probably not all of the berries, some from the top, some from the side, and then the shorter pieces I'm going to tuck in right down there at the base. And hopefully you can see a really fan-shaped design. Everything below where my hand is holding the arrangement is clean. And then when we hang it on the door, we hang it upside down, so you get that lovely swagged effect. And that looks amazing at the bottom of the stairs. You could hang 2 either side of the mantelpiece using some command hooks to hold them in place. So not only can you use it on your front door, use your imagination and just think about the different areas in your house that you would be able to display this, and imagine how amazing the perfume of the pines. Think about using some rosemary or some sage, because that will bring an amazing scent into the home as well. And if you've got guests coming at Christmas, they will be absolutely amazed by what you've created. Now I think that with the last 2 pieces of the Cryptomeria right down at the base, I think I've added enough greenery. I finish off with some of the berries in the middle, and I think I'm quite happy with that. Now I have worked with this in reverse and facing the camera. Hopefully when I pick it up, it's going to look just as nice. What I'm going to do now is add in those bells. They can nestle in amongst my greenery. And then I'm going to finish off with my decorative ribbon bow. Now I have held this hand tied together through the whole of the construction, and I haven't let it go from start to finish. But if you're new to this type of arranging, what you can do is just tie as you go along. So add a bit of greenery in, tie it, add a bit more greenery in, tie it, add some of your berries and then tie it again. Just end up with a much thicker stem at the top section here. But you know, for a beginner, I don't think that really matters. What I'm going to do then with my spare bit of string is turn it around, tie it again at the back, and then I'm going to tie it so we have a loop there to attach onto your hook or whatever you're deciding to use to hang it on your front door. There we are, that's your door swag Neaten off your stems so that they're all a similar length, and that is going to hang beautifully either on your front door or somewhere in your home for Christmas. You could make this much longer or you can make it shorter, and you can choose any greenery as long as it's evergreen. All these pines and conifers will dry quite naturally and it will last a really, really long length of time. So that's my alternative to a Christmas door wreath. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell if you want to be informed every time I upload a new tutorial, and like and share with as many people as you possibly can. Pop back next week because I'm going to show you how you can make an Advent design, and let me know what you think. Do you prefer this or the traditional door wreath?